Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So today's reading is going to be about your next romantic partner. So that's going to be the focus, the intention for all the viewers. Who are you going to be with next, okay? Now, could it come out with, your current romantic partner or somebody from the past? I know that people tune in with hopes of that a lot of times, and it could be that. But the intention is, who is your next romantic partner, okay? So first off, I'd like to thank everyone who has supported the channel through your likes and subscriptions. Those of you who have taken advantage of the $1 for 5 minutes on Keen, that link's down below for anybody who wants to check that out, or email me for a video reading like this one, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and help you guys out here. You can choose from the thumbnail or you can choose from the timestamps, whatever resonates with you, but I'm going to pull you a few cards to help you choose for groups 1, 2, and 3. Group 1, we've got number 8 and Leo energy. For group 2, we've got air sign energy with a Queen of Swords, okay? And for group 3, we've got the 4 of Cups, water sign energy, okay? So pause the video if you need more time. Again, timestamps are down below. And we're going to get started with group 1. Okay, welcome group 1. Thanks for tuning into your reading. So who are you going to be in a relationship with next? Let's look at that. Who is group 1 going to be in a relationship with next? King of Swords. Okay. So this is the tough king of the zodiac, air sign energy strong, doesn't have to be, could have those traits, okay? King of Swords, very take charge person and very practical, somebody that, prefers doing the right thing, very cold and calculating. It can be, the most high maintenance of the kings in a relationship, probably in general. And this person isn't as interested in fairness as he is in justice. So there is a subtle difference between those two things. Justice is like an eye for an eye, and fairness is like, yeah, I took this person's eye, but they took my foot. It's like, nope, eye for an eye. So let's see what this person's about. Okay, this person is not afraid to cut somebody out and keep it moving. Okay, they will feel sad and regretful if they do that, because they have been disillusioned and they had hopes, but this is somebody that is going to see through to the truth eventually, okay? And if they seem reserved, it's because they're calculating, they're thinking, they're very much in their head more so than in their heart, but they do have feelings, and their feelings can get hurt if they feel like they've entered into a messy situation, they've been deceived, they've been too confused, and then either they're going to see the truth about the situation and realize, you know what, I regret having to walk away from this, but also I need to be happy and go towards my 9 of Cups of happiness. Okay? So I do feel like this is kind of an explanation as to who this person is, and perhaps what made them the King of Swords if they weren't always that King of Swords energy. Okay, so this is somebody who looks like they were involved in some sort of cold, intense relationship, dishonest, maybe they were too critical, or someone was too judgmental or critical or hurtful towards them, and some nasty arguments ensued. This isn't a reading for everyone, so take what resonates and forget what doesn't. Choose another group if it doesn't, but this is what I'm getting. So this is what's coming through. I feel like this person has a pattern of this, okay? And I feel like that has to do with, this heartache, this loss that they've experienced. And they do have a tendency to, they live in their head so much because they really can't handle their feelings. When they're in their feelings, they make a big deal out of a molehill. Like any little feeling that they get that is disappointing or hurtful to them, it's amplified because of the fact that they're not great at dealing with their feelings. So assuming that this person was not always this way, who were they before they were King of Swords? Okay, they were the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is somebody that, especially in love relationships, very open, very honest, optimistic, curious. They're the Page energy, so it's a youthful energy. So it could even be talking about some of these things that I've described having happened in the past. I mean, like when they were young, okay? When they're in their teens or 20s. I feel like this person that's coming in for you is old, or they're like, they act old, they act mature. But whatever this Eight of Cups and Five of Cups is referring to for a lot of you in this person is somebody that, you know, when they were younger, when they were more youthful and innocent, I guess you could say, you know, before they were jaded by life, they were very active, very playful, very creative, and very youthful. So, how is this person going to be towards you? This person coming in for you, so we can see this kind of a tough character. How are they going to, what kind of a person are they going to be towards the viewer? Okay, we've got some fiery Sagittarius energy here. I'm getting a change, so they're going to be different from how they're showing up toward you, okay? The Temperance is a harmonious card. It's a fair card. So it's like this person is moving away from this eye for an eye deal and instead looking at, you know, the bigger picture and being more like fair, you know. You give a little, I give a little, and together we make something new and something better. Like we make each other better. We figure it out. We come to terms. It's a very mature, adult, balanced, kind approach to things. It's patient, self-controlled, moderate. Excuse me. There's still going to be that truth angle to this person. And this person, like for some of you, it really is a brand new person. Some of you, it's somebody from your past. The rest of you, it's like an absolute brand new person, or this person is showing up absolutely brand new, different. But they're still going to have a commitment to the truth, right? So they're going to be fair with you and everything like that. You guys are going to have long, even deep conversations. You're going to talk about issues like adults. You're going to enjoy each other's company in very emotionally mature ways, but they still are going to have a sharp mind, and they're still going to be blunt and all about the facts, the truth, what they perceive as the truth. They're going to have they still have that Page of Wands energy to them of having a lot of new ideas, but they also have some conflict within them. This person could work in healthcare. They could do something. They could be, actually I'm getting like hairstylist as well. I know that's, you know, out there, but specific message for one of the many who watch. This isn't a private reading, so that's what I'm getting for someone. And surgical, I'm getting surgical, so they could have had surgery or performed that. Some way, shape, or form has to do with working with. This can talk about working with, you know, sharp objects, but just more generally speaking, it is someone that is very mentally clear, okay? So they're going to come across very peaceful, very serene, very balanced, know how to create peace, peacemaker, but, you know, they've got this weapon in their back pocket, so to speak. They've got that sharp mind and can be sharp-worded and can see through any BS, so don't think otherwise. I'm being drawn to this little shiny gold circle on the top of the angel's head, and that's reminding me of the third eye. So this person has some psychic abilities, some ability to really see through, you know, see through the fog, see through anything like, you know, BS or anything like that. So what does the viewer need to know about this like person, like whatever, Seven of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, that there will be some waiting. Like this person is somebody that will invest and then take a long time. They're going to be very observant. So if you're somebody who likes to hide, I'm getting like if you're a Pisces or even a Cancer, although I find it happens more with Pisces people or Pisces dominant people, hashtag not all Pisces, but if you're not somebody that really likes to be seen or only wants to be seen in a certain way, if you're somebody that needs to be handled very carefully for whatever reason, this person can and will do that for you but they're also going to be observing the situation. They're very smart, they're very intuitive, and they're going to see how things go. Okay, I'm not seeing this be a whirlwind romance. I'm not seeing this being like a race or something that, you know, is going to develop very quickly. It feels instead like this person is very patient, very hardworking. They are used to having to like wait. This is the energy of the farmer. The farmer plants the seed one season, then has to wait to the next season for it to start sprouting, that kind of a thing in some cases, right? You get what I'm saying. Delayed success, waiting. Okay, so I feel like you'll be happy to wait, that you'll know and see this as an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for something solid, something good. Like, this is the kind of person that doesn't come around every day. I feel like this person has a heart of gold, despite, you know, their tough exterior and the fact they can be tough. They are tough, but you're going to see it as you know, something exciting, you know, something new. Some of you might, Virgos out there, look at this person like a project, as you tend to look at most people and most things. But it'll be inspiring, and so you'll have an urge to create something with this person. Okay, it's like brought together, like by spirit, through your unconscious mind / the universe. And you could be having a boy with this person if you're wanting children. So if you're liking the reading so far, please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. These fell out: hair dyed and angular face. Getting like, if this is an older person, they probably do dye their hair. So if they have some gray coming in, they would cover that up. Angular face goes very well with this, you know, sharp-edged energy, King of Swords energy. But we also have type B, which is kind of going along with that Sagittarius energy. So I think there is this part to this person's personality, at least when it comes to you and how they show up for you, that is more chill, is more relaxed, is more charming. Like I always say about King of Swords, you know, he's very high maintenance, but also if he loves you, like, he would die for you, right? This person is for real. Like, if he loves you, he's 1,000,000% down for you. Yeah, family oriented. Like, if he considers you part of the inner circle, you're his family. He probably has friends and other people in his life that he is also like 100% down for, but you will be number one because you will be this person's mate, this person's family as far as they're concerned, and has siblings. Maybe dealing with siblings. Potentially a sign will be one of their siblings has a wild hair color. Similar in age to you, so for some of you this person is similar in age to you, but like their past and the hardships they've endured and just the way that things have affected them, because not everything affects everybody the same, right? So how things have really impacted this person might have aged them, so they might look older than you, but they could be similar in age. Medium skin for whatever their ethnicity is or race. And we've got loner. So even though they're like family oriented, maybe this is why they want a family, or they have a family but they also have to go out and be on their own and do their own thing and be separate. So it's kind of an interesting dichotomy. Maybe that's where, you know, you need to be patient as you guys figure things out and see where it's going, because you know, this is somebody that will always have a need to do their own thing regardless of, you know, how much they love you, how much they want this, and you know, how much of a family you build. At the bottom of the deck, we have sexy, exclamation point ×3. This person's sexy, and I'm not surprised. We've got 2 phallic symbols on here. If it's a masculine, they're probably well endowed. If you're the masculine, maybe you are well endowed, or this person's going to be, you know, very satisfied in that area. I'm just going to get one card from this deck here, the Divine Masculine deck. If you're here for a female, that's cool. Most who watch are here for a masculine or male, but just apply it how it resonates to your particular situation. These are traits. Tell us more about this person coming in for my group 1s, got confusion. So this person gets confused, and we've got family man at the bottom of the deck. That's what I'm saying. There's some sort of confusion regarding this person is charming too with the Lady Whisperer, and they know how to say the right things. Air signs are good communicators generally. When they do speak, they are good with their words. I'm getting like air sign rising, so how they appear on the exterior, flirty, attractive. And then there's that sort of psycho, what do you call it, psychic energy between the two of you with telepathy, sensual, energetic messages. Adventurer. This person might have some adventurous tendencies, hobbies, but when we come to confusion, that being the first card out, bewildered, unclear, questioning, despair, defeat, what? Like they were really blindsided or confused by something in their past that left them pretty upset, like a loser or defeated, and that's confusing to them. And I think that's left them to be confused about like what kind of a family member they should be, or what kind of parent or something along those lines. Provider, father, admired, family first. Doesn't stop them from, you know, putting their loved ones first. Like I said before, they're a loving soul. They have a heart of gold. They want to be there for those, I'm hearing, that are there for them, but also just those that they love the most. So this person is always, I think they had a tendency, and still do underneath have a tendency to, you know, prioritize other people's needs above their own, which is not a good idea, by the way. I mean, if we're talking about being altruistic, and I know that especially women have been taught, but some men, that makes you a better person. It doesn't, because if you can't show up for yourself, you really can't show up for other people. It's not just a cliche. You keep hearing that because people need to learn that. It's not taught in our society. So this person might have overcorrected, like they were too much there for people in the past, and now they're like the other way, super cold, super hard. But then they meet you, and for whatever reason, you know, they find you lovely, they find you wise, they find you peaceful. It's like on the Strength card, the Empress handling the Lion, like you just have a way with this person that they respond well to, and that they're able to sort of, you know, let their guards down. Tell us more about this person. Good old Blue Eyes again. Getting strong Sagittarius energy. We've got Jimi Hendrix at the bottom of the deck, also Sagittarius. And only losers stay in tune. See, that's what I'm saying. This person felt like a loser, defeated, something along those lines. Voodoo child. They could even be into some mysticism of some type. But what they're saying is they're not staying in tune anymore. They march to the beat of their own drummer. So even there is a part of them that's very, or can be perceived as traditional. They look like, you know, especially like showing up in that Temperance energy, like the perfect mate, partner, spouse. And they very well could be. And I'm not seeing anything in here to say that they're not. They also march to the beat of their own drummer because of the disillusionment they've experienced. Like when they try to follow the straight and narrow path of what people and society expected of them, you know, they lost at that. It didn't work out. So basically, also this is saying, if you live in a room full of mirrors, let me say it right, don't want to irritate my UK friends, all three of you. Mirrors, all you will see is yourself. Okay, in general, you know, everybody, you pushed out law of assumption. The world is a giant mirror, and everybody is reflecting back to you your own energy. But that's, you know, very philosophical. That goes along with what it's also quantum physics science, but we'll say it's philosophical, and that's also a trait of this particular personality type. So this person could show up with that personality type, and more or less saying like you need to not be surrounded by like yes people all the time. Like this is somebody that's not afraid to think outside the box, and not somebody that maybe likes technology very much, but or they don't, you know, they're not consumed by that. At least, you know, they recognize its limitations. Okay, so everyone looks up to the guy behind the guy. So basically, be your true self. That's how I'm choosing to take that. And fly yourself to the moon of your choice. So dream big. You only get one shot at life, so aim high. So this person is you know, someone that aims high. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want to get on that today. This is what I've got for you, Group 1. Stick around for Group 2 if you'd like to. Otherwise, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you'd like a private reading, there's that $1 for 5 minutes on Keen or my email address down below. I appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching. Alright, welcome Group 2. Thanks for tuning in. So I accidentally, unintentionally reshuffled your card into the deck of cards that I was using for Group 1, but I believe you were Queen of Swords, okay? So hopefully you remember who you were. Okay, Group 2, Queen of Swords. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me choose my deck. And I feel like choosing a deck I haven't used in a while. So this is a next person coming in for you, or, you know, yeah. These cards are stiff, hardly get any use. Alright. For my Group 2s, who are they going to be in a relationship next? Who is their next relationship partner? Got the Four of Swords. Oh, strawberry shortcake. I love her. Alright, so maybe this person has red hair. Maybe they have children. It's kind of interesting. I guess because coloring books are perceived now as, you know, therapeutic, right? So coloring books are now perceived as being therapeutic, so maybe that's why. Because this is a card of recovery. This is a card of somebody being introspective, going within. It's also a card of recovery from, you know, Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, a split, you know, things not going well for someone. So this is saying this person is past that, and maybe they do have their little therapeutic practices. Maybe they literally do art or something along those lines, art therapy. Could be a profession or just something that they do, because this is somebody that, I mean, that's coming out for a reason. That does represent the energy of retreat. Maybe you meet this person on a retreat, yoga retreat, meditation retreat, vacation, but a calm one, a chill one, not one that's like packed with a packed itinerary. Somebody that is kind of like in recovery mode, maybe likes to spend some time alone. It's a very restful person. Maybe this person likes to take a lot of naps as well. But that's what I'm getting here. Some of them could have some sort of chronic illness or something along those lines. If you don't like that, manifest different, choose another group. But that's what's coming through for some of you. Not all of you. It is a general reading. Some of you, yes, you have that. So you're like, well, that sounds like me. Cool. Your energy's, you know, vibing with and attracting someone like you. But I am getting that this is somebody that just needs space to think, right? They might not be that good or quick on their feet, okay? They might really need to take a break to think about what they're going to say. So if you're having a disagreement, or even if you're not, you're having a conversation and you ask them about something that maybe, you know, they've never really thought about, or that they have to think about, they're going to take that space. If they tell you they'll talk about it with you later, then they will, but they need to take that space to really go within and think about it, because I think this person's very, like, contemplative. They are very, like, kind of like a quiet person, I feel like. And I don't know, that's what I'm getting. So they'll probably look this way as well. I think this person might be into, like, they might be a school teacher, a professor, into academia. They like to study things, even if they're not in those roles. They could have been in those roles, that kind of a person. I think that this somebody probably that maybe even has one of those feast or famine type jobs where sometimes their work is very demanding, like I'm getting construction worker, where it's like they have to work, or somebody that works in construction trades or just trades in general, they have to work a whole lot during like the warmer months, and then like the rest of the year, they, like in the winter time, you know, then they're chill, you know, kind of like an on again, off again type deal with their work. Because they need to recover. So it could be very physical. They could also be very into like lifting weights, stuff like that, where they have to recover a lot. They have their recovery days. But it feels like, you know, whatever they do is intense. It's like when they're on, they're very, very on. I'm getting like Virgo energy, maybe some Scorpio as well. Although I do find that Scorpio's intensity is like more natural to them, so they don't need as much time to recover in general as say a Virgo does, which is very perfectionist, and that can be so draining. Leos can be like that as well. I mean, any sign can be, obviously, but these are the ones coming to mind. So let's just get another card on who this person is. This person could be a 4 life path born on the 4th of a month, or a day that reduces to number 4. And 4 does tend to be a stable feeling, a stable number. Very hardworking, very consistent. So even though they might have inconsistencies in terms of, you know, how they show up, sometimes showing up very intense, other times, you know, maybe it feels like hot and cold, it's a pattern that you're going to be able to adapt to. So it's not like they're wild and, you know, they're all over the place. You know, they're not like that. But they have a predictable pattern of how they fluctuate, how they go, which bottom line equals stability. We've got 9 of Wands. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. So 9 of Wands, that's like Tom Petty, I won't back down energy. I believe that is Moon in Sagittarius. So there's another hint for you of who this person could be. This person, I'm getting like firefighter type energy for some reason. Very tough. A security guard, what do you call it? Prison guard vibes. If not technically, that's the vibe I'm getting. I feel like they do work with other people who are just as tough as they are, and that's why they have to, you know, go within so much. And the 9 of Wands is really about standing your ground and working very hard and having been through hell, but still not giving up. So you guys today have some individuals who are, you know, that have really been through it, which, you know, that makes sense. A lot of people have been. Life is rarely easy. Well, let's reaffirm, life is easy for everyone. You know, life is great. But, you know, in terms of these people that are coming through, this person's very resilient, and they can be very guarded, and no matter what their challenges are, you know, they persevere through those challenges. And so when they are in a relationship, you know, they might hang on for too long. But I am just getting this image of somebody that works really hard and is kind of waiting. So this could be somebody that's used to waiting in relationships, but they're like battle weary. They could have actually been in the service or the military, even studied like martial arts or something. They look rugged. So this is like kind of this macho energy as well. Most who watch are here for masculines. If it's not your, you know, reading, or that doesn't resonate, skip that part. But I'm getting like a square jawline. If it's a female or a woman, they have something about the jawline or chin that's very like a stubborn, proud air about them. Something about them is a stubborn, proud energy. Probably has good posture, maybe has like the Roman nose, a very straight nose, maybe a larger nose, something like that. Just something rugged, outdoorsy even. There is this look of determination in their eyes as well, though I don't feel like they're off-putting. I feel like they probably have a sweet smile, but it will be a small smile. It won't be like a big toothy grin most of the time. Just saying things that you could maybe look out for physically about this person that might help you identify who they are. But you can definitely tell that this person has been through a lot, that they're just, they take a licking and they keep on ticking. And for this reason, they can be guarded. And this is a lot of Mars energy, Scorpio energy. Just a very driven and Cancerian energy as well. Lots of fire. Just, you know, this is this person's energy. So they're all about vigilance, resilience, security, defensiveness, being, you know, constantly alert, on guard. And that's where I mentioned some of those previous positions that, you know, they might be in. Who are they going to be to you? Because that's the real question, right? Hulkmania. Okay. So I figured that when I mentioned the thing about the big toothy grin, I almost said they're going to have a small smile, so that might like help you identify who they are. Like if you don't know them when you first meet them or their first impression. But then I almost said, you know, as far as big toothy grin goes, Hulk is known for being, you know, extroverted, having a big toothy grin even, or just somebody like that, right? That extroverted energy that we associate with someone like that. So Six of Wands energy. It's Jupiter and Leo. So Leo energy. We've got established 1984. This person could have been born 1984. So 99% of people born in 1984 were born under the year of the rat. Year of the rat is compatible with the dragon and the monkey. Could be like 6 could have some sort of resonance as well. But they're going to show up for you as a winner. That's how they're going to show up for you, okay? They're going to know how to take things in the right direction. They're not going to be afraid to take action. They are going to feel like a winner with you. They're going to just feel like they're going to show up as a success story. That's how they're going to show up toward you, to you. So what else is the Hulk doing here? They could be in the spotlight. They could be in the limelight. They could be, if they're in the military, on leave from whatever their station is. Okay, so they're like experiencing a break when you meet them. Could be. But very charismatic toward you, right? This is how they're going to show up toward you. Prideful, I already said that. Upright, commanding. They get the attention of the people around them, you know, whether they're in a quiet phase or in a outgoing, boisterous in your face kind of phase. They still get that recognition from people around them. Like when they're around other people, they command the room, okay? And they look successful. So, I mean, that's going to get attention as well. So, like, they've worked really hard. They've been through hell. Sometimes people don't see, like, all the work somebody does. All they see is the outcome or the result. And I feel like that's going to be the case for your person. You know, I think some people are going to be able to tell that this person, like, got to where they're at through hard work. Like, you don't become the Hulk and look like, just even on a physical level. Remember, because I mentioned weightlifting or something along those lines. Person's probably very physically fit. But just for an example, even if they're not, you don't get to that level without a ton of hard work. Nobody would look at somebody with that physique and be like, you know, oh, they didn't even earn it. They probably sat on the couch eating potato chips all day, every day. Obviously not, right? So there is some energy here that, you know, people are going to be influenced by this person and their grandiose energy and their personality and their appearance and their confidence. And so this person could actually be like an action hero. I'm not even going to lie. They could, like in their local theater, they could play roles like that. Some of them can be actually like a celebrity, or like social media famous, but they would come across as being like tough, confident, grand, and garnering a lot of attention and admiration. And they do really well like in the spotlight, but I am getting like that whole vibe of, and he's a Leo, by the way, and I mentioned Leo earlier too. Kind of interesting. Six of Wands is a Leo card, and then he's a Leo. But anyway, yeah, lost my train of thought. I think this is a good person. They're going to be good towards you, okay? They're not going to be afraid to show you off on social media and let people know that you're with them. And I do get that this person is very talented and successful. I was saying that this person probably does have perfectionist tendencies. That's what I was saying. And for that reason, like, they can't be on all the time. Nobody can. So behind the scenes, they are going to be more calm and need their peace and things like that. But this person really needs a lot of support and admiration, and they work hard to inspire that. And so that might be something that, you know, you're going to have to provide to this person. I don't know. I'm also getting Leo Moon. Leo Moons can be like that as well. I was going to say impetuous brats, because I had the misfortune of dealing with a Leo Moon that was like that, but not all of them are like that, I'm sure. But they do need a lot of praise and admiration. It's like no matter how much praise or admiration they get at their job or in the outside world, they still need that from home. But maybe, or from their partner, right? Maybe that won't be the case, you know, for you and with you and things like that. So it's kind of, that's how they're going to be toward you. I guess we can get another card on, how many cards did I get for the previous group? What the hell? Another card. High Priestess. So that would suggest that this person has a side to them that is, you know, High Priestess-like, but are we taking that in the upright? No, I didn't think so. Hopefully you're the more intuitive of the one, because this person's so much in their masculine energy that they're not very intuitive. I feel like this is talking about a blockage that this person has. Let's see. Knight of Pentacles. They're a solid and good person. They do have a tendency to kind of brush things off, like sometimes, okay? So with the High Priestess being here, you know, I feel like she is coming across more in her shadow energy or reversed energy. She can have like clouded insight, blocked intuition, because generally speaking, the bigger your ego is, you know, the harder it is to hear your intuition. And this person's got a very healthy ego, to say the least, okay? Not saying that they don't have reason to, not saying that they can't back it up, but I'm hearing it's not cocky if it's true, okay? Aquarius energy. And as my Leo relative would say, it can still be cocky and true. Like, well, you know, this person would know very intimately that that's true, having learned that the hard way, I'm sure. But yeah, so this person can be too much in their ego and not listening to their intuition as much. The Nine of Swords. I do think that this person, and also some anxiety here with the Nine of Swords. This person could actually have some nightmares related to whatever they do for a living, or whatever that Nine of Wands energy that has had to make them be so tough, and whatever, like they could even have post-traumatic stress disorder or something like that, or a touch of that, or something like a rough background or military memories, something about grief, something about depression, something about along those lines. But you know what? This person is the Knight of Pentacles, very solid individual when it boils down to it. They're a hard worker. They play the long game, however they might seem. This is a really grounding earth energy with this person. So they are reliable, they are patient and hardworking. So if they, and it could be motivated by fear, you know, fear of loss, fear of their worst, you know, nightmare coming true, even if it's just talking about like their worst nightmare, like their fears. They're motivated by that, okay? And I'm getting that for some of them, one of their biggest fears is like just not caring anymore, or being around people that don't care about them, being unfulfilled. Okay, so if this is resonating, please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. And if you'd like that private reading, my contact information is down below, and the $1 for 5 minutes on Keen is there as well. Let's get some traits on this person for those who have chosen group 2. Got a couple cards falling out. Curly coarse hair. I'm getting African American for some. Doesn't have to be, but there's a sign. We've got ambitious. We kind of already figured that much. This person's quite ambitious. Okay, putting this back. Got a whole stack of cards over here. Anything more about group 2's person? Cancer, I think I did mention that. I'm getting like Leo Cancer cusp, but Cancer people can be so tough. It's just like, They're known as the crybabies of the zodiac, you know, when people are hating anyway, right? One of their shadows is kind of like the Cancer. Also 6th life path, or 6th number as well, being kind of like the crybabies, the bleeding hearts. But to compensate for them, I mean, they have a hard shell on the outside for a reason. They've got those pinchers for a reason. So, I mean, and that kind of matches with that Sagittarius energy as well. Like those two signs uplift each other, and so if they have a moon in Sagittarius, that makes this person even all the more tougher, all the more resilient, and all the more determined. Prominent nose. I don't know if it was this group or a previous group where I mentioned a prominent nose. We're getting that again. So they could have, their nose could be on the larger side, it could be very pointed, it could be, you know, just on the bigger side. Something about their nose is standing out. Brown hair. We've got has enemies, wallflower. They can be a wallflower when they're in recovery mode for sure, but nobody should. This is like the sleeper. I'm getting kind of like Christopher Reeves, that's my generation, Superman, Clark Kent, a little bit of a vibe, you know, unassuming and all of this, and then, you know, at night he's Superman. Okay, so that's what I feel about that wallflower energy. So we've got guarded, and that goes on top of Cancer. Cancer is guarded by their shell, like I said, doubling down on that message about them being guarded. Muscular build, can't make this stuff up, like I said. This person's probably very fit and tech savvy. Okay, so I'm getting glowed up at the bottom of the deck. So this person, some of them could be considered like a tech guy, tech girl, like a computer nerd or something, or they have that like a little nerdy side to them, especially if they're more on like the Leo Virgo cusp, close to that, has that kind of energy, but they've maybe like completely changed their physique. Okay, all right, so but they still have those tech skills. I mean, that sounds, and I opened up on Adonis, getting some Aries energy, built strong, working out, military man, sporty, eye candy, man with a big M, Mars. This is a charming guy and attractive, so I think he could do worse. Group 2. Let's find out more about this person. More about group 2's knight in shining armor. Totally get those vibes. We got the Knight of Pentacles, and then we've got the builders. Some of them do work in constructions or some other sort of labor job, one of the, like a trade. Okay, they're strong, they apply a strong foundation. They also have this charming side to them, so where they're making offer of a new life, inspiring opportunity, passionate love, sweeping you off your feet, what you've always hoped for. Damn. Okay. Getting a little bit of Piscean energy, as well as, I think I already mentioned Scorpio. Some Sagittarius again. Just a little extra information for those who know about astrology, so that they can kind of feel me and what I'm saying in terms of like who this person is and what their energy's like. But let's get one more card on this person, please, for group 2. Sagittarian energy, bottom of the deck, Michael Jackson. Virgo energy. Yeah. Being unusual is not enough. You must be remarkable. And he's totally that type of person that's excellent or nothing, either on or off, right? Although I suspect he was excellent, you know, musically. Just, yeah, excellent is even behind the scenes, right? But when it comes to like performing, which I feel like there's a bit of a performer in your person, you know, they're either on or they're off. And like I said before, this person's greatest fear is not being successful or not being inspired or not, you know, I guess being remarkable. Like, they're ambitious. Remove yourself from contact with the ordinary. Exactly. So they're going to be removed from, you know, things that don't inspire them. They're going to keep distance from that. The world is a dance floor of the creator, so feeling like there's some sort of higher purpose for them and that life's kind of a game and they're just kind of playing the game as best they can. And it's interesting that this is Ludwig van Beethoven, because I believe that Michael Jackson was not Ludwig. I believe he was Mozart, but I don't think there's a Mozart card in here, so there can be a past life connection here between the two of you. And you'll know that. I mean, you'll feel it. Most people can feel it. And a wrong note is insignificant. Playing with passion is without passion is inexcusable. Exactly. So this person would rather make a mistake, like I'm hearing. Everything is hard until you're good at it, right? So this person doesn't mind like looking stupid or potentially failing. They probably failed. I'm getting like Thomas Edison, Taurus vibes of, you know, I failed 500 times before I was successful. This person is going to keep trying, and because that's not what matters. You know, how you look and, you know, fumbling the ball doesn't matter as much as, you know, being passionate about what you do. And destiny is knocking at your door. Okay, this person's a very deep person. They're going to feel like a soul connection with you as well. They might even tell you that, you know, you're their destiny. But they believe in destiny. They believe in, like I said before, like a higher calling, or being like they're being called to do something. Like they're very spiritual, even if they're not like religious or spiritual technically. Like spirit means like inspirational means in spirit. So this person's in spirit. Conduct a symphony in silence. So what do we know about Beethoven? He was deaf, and he's still known for his excellence in his music, and still renowned for what he was able to accomplish. I mean, how much greater do you need to be? How remarkable of a person do you need to be deaf and construct masterpieces, right? Construct masterpieces of music, of sound, right? So I think this person works behind the scenes. They keep their cards close to their chest. There is that part of them, so they're not just always out there. You know, when they're in their limelight, they're in the limelight. But when they're behind the scenes, you know, and they're keeping some things to themselves. Like, they just don't give away, like, the whole story. Like, they don't, like, they protect those things. Like, if they're really starting something new, they'll be quiet about it because they don't want anybody to ruin it. Like, they want to kind of establish themselves in whatever they're starting new. And then when they feel like they have gotten pretty good at it, then they will show that. And then everybody's like, well, how did they do that? They just, like, were an overnight success. And it's like, no, they've been quietly toiling away behind the scenes this whole time. And you guys just didn't notice because they kept it to themselves, too. That's what I've got for you, Group 2. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit that like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and keep it going. I'm going to take it to Group 3. You can stick around for that as well if you'd like to. Otherwise, order a private video reading from me, or $1 for 5 minutes on Keen. That link is down below. All right, welcome group 3. Sorry I don't have your cards. Hopefully you remember what it was, but either way you're here for a reason, so let's get into it. I unintentionally reshuffled your card into the deck that I used for group 1. So we're gonna find out about your person, the next person you're gonna be in a relationship with, the next person coming in, your next romantic partner, however you want to phrase it, right? You get the gist. All right, let me give this one more shuffle. I feel like a lot of you, this is a really brand new person, possibly an air sign. Somebody air dominant. Got the, is this just one card? Too many. If it's not just one card. Okay, if it's one card, we'll take it. Yeah, new person, Page of Pentacles. You could be an earth sign, or they could as well. So it could be earth and air. They could be on the younger side, or young at heart. So with the Page of Pentacles energy, that is the student. This is somebody that, like, they could literally be a student, depending on, you know, I was going to say depending on your age, but it doesn't really matter because people are going back to school. Some people are lifelong learners. But this person comes across as being very ambitious, eager to learn. They could be starting like a new trade or starting something new. Let's find out what our Page of Pentacles is doing here. It's Molly McGrew. She's a bit of a little suspicious sort, but also a heart of gold. Not afraid to get her hands dirty. Very practical, kind of like, has the potential to be quite street smart, although I feel that her Pentacles energy makes her a little bit dreamy, a little bit introverted, non-communicative. But the world, wow. This person could live on the other side of the world from you. There is something, like I said, tough about this person, and they can communicate quite well. You know, when they feel like there's somebody worthwhile to communicate with. And if I think this person likes peace, okay? They finished a cycle in their life. It looks like they're beginning a new one where this is about, you know, I've been to the circus and I've seen the monkeys and I'm over that phase of my life, so now I want to only deal with people that are real, that are solid, that are successful. And if they feel like you are those things, they're going to really appreciate that, okay? And they're going to communicate with you, especially when it comes to keeping the peace. I do get that this person would prefer somebody that isn't necessarily very closed off. And if they feel like somebody is being closed off, then they're going to say something. What's interesting is that this person themselves can be closed off. So the fact that if their partner shows traits of being closed off or wanting to keep things to themselves or just like taking some time out, like withdrawing, as most people tend to do, then this person is going to say so. They're going to speak up. I don't think they're going to argue or be mean about it. I think this person has a real imaginative, playful side to them. It's mostly getting like imaginative, colorful imagination, and they'll have a colorful way, even an artistic way or a colorful way of expressing themselves. Sometimes this person doesn't make all that much sense. I think this person is very well-rounded. I think this person, we've got, you know, the world energy is round. She's holding around pentacles, so I'm really getting that unity is important to this person. This person could be an environmentalist or the type of person that really cares about other people and social causes. And whether they speak out a lot about that, that's debatable. Some of them will, especially like on a larger stage, maybe on social media or at their job, but others of them just kind of like, once you get to know them, you realize that they have these big ideas regarding like unity, fulfillment, and that other people should experience the same. This person is somebody that's interested in goals. They always have some goal, and it feels like baby step goals, like baby step goals to get to something bigger. And this has worked for them because they wouldn't come out as the world if they hadn't already accomplished, like they've lived a whole life before they've met you. It doesn't matter their age. They've already lived a whole life before they met you. When you meet them, they might be like starting something new, or working on some other goal. I think that's how you're going to recognize this person, by their goals. And you'll be like, why is this person, working on this particular goal? Might raise some questions, or you'll feel like, oh, that's a goal that I already did. So are they behind? Are they ahead of me? And it's like they're, more than likely ahead of you, not gonna lie, because they're the world energy, okay? So you know how if you're on a track running or walking, and you're walking at a certain pace and you're coming up behind someone who maybe is walking at a slower pace than you, and when, like, for a while there, it looks like you're lagging, it looks like you're behind, but in reality you're lapping them, right? You've already been around it once. They're still back here. You've already been around it once, but you're behind them for a moment, so it seems like, oh, this person's behind, they're just catching up. No, they're lapping you. So I feel like that's important to say. Maybe this person's a late bloomer. I think because I'm feeling inclined to say that maybe this person just maybe seems more naive or something than they are. There's this interesting mix of kind of like naivety, or the appearance of that, and just being really smart on top of it, accomplished, wise, and worldly. So maybe this is like somebody that traveled a lot in their youth, or in the military they traveled, military brat, or I guess that's, a little negative, military kid. Who knows? Okay? This person could even be older than you, but they seem like they look young, or there's something youthful about them because they haven't really lost their curiosity for life. A lot of people, they get to a certain age and they're just like give up, or feel like, oh, I've been there, done that, and life doesn't hold any surprises or anything for me anymore. But this person's not like that. This is Saturnian energy. It is speaking about somebody that's like an old soul or very wise. This person will look worldly. They might dress differently than other people. This person might dress very finely. They wear nice garments, things like that. I feel like this person, they have their chin up. They don't come across as arrogant, but they do come across as like comfortable in their own skin and confident. So I'm getting like Capricorn vibes, or somebody born in the year of the ox. Capricorn, Sagittarius cusp as well. But any, obviously, as I always say, any sign it can be any sign. I feel like this person, they might be multicultural, they might be mixed, okay? But because there's something different about them. They're not cookie cutter like everybody else. And it's not in a, hey, look at me kind of way, like the shadow side of like Aquarius, or shadow side of some of the other signs can be like, trying to be different for the sake of being different. This person's not like that. They're just different. And hashtag not all Aquarius. That's why I said shadow side. They come across as content in their own skin, balanced. They have this sense of completion and satisfaction because they know what, however they appear, they know what they have accomplished. And they're probably not going to tout it or brag about it, but they, are just content in themselves. They're stable, they're mature in their disposition, their personality. They have the sense of peace with them. They are very emotionally grounded. But, there's that maturity and wisdom that comes from achieving long-term goals that this person has. Okay, so they probably have a degree or two, and they're still learning. They're still like putting themselves out there to learn new things. They could work for the government. If they did so, they would be like the go-between, like diplomatic relations, human relations. It's reminding me of a good friend I had in my teens, Capricorn. She did go in, that was her major, human relations. It's very much giving that energy, although she was like soft-spoken and like very much Page of Pentacles energy. This person just has like a broad perspective, and they can see lots of different points of view. I feel like they don't just speak up unless they really have something to say, and when they say it, you know, it's well received. So their interest again is on the bigger picture and helping people and like helping society as a whole. If you've ever heard the saying like, I hate people but I love humanity, that could be this person as well. Not saying they hate people, but they might. I'm saying though that they might not appear like, you know, this do-gooder that's always out there, you know, doing good. They probably do anonymous good deeds, or just that's their whole focus on life, is helping a lot of people, not just, you know, not just a few. And it might look like on the outside that they're not really interested in caring about people, or they're not very caring. They could be a little cold, you know, the stereotype of Capricorn, if we're just sticking with that energy, being very cold. Saturnian, right? The taskmaster, the disciplinarian. But in reality, they have their eye on the prize, and their prize has to do with like world unity. I know it sounds whatever, but that's what it is. Okay, so who is this person going to be to you? Like, how are they going to show up? Specifically to you. Defensive, defensive, defensive. Why is group 3's person defensive? High Priestess. Because there is that side of them that one second. My cards are sticking together and I'm trying to look at something. Okay. This person doesn't just make friends with anyone. And they don't get, this is what I'm saying about this person wants to help everyone, wants peace on earth. They want beneficial social programs to help and benefit everyone, right? They want to do it in a practical sense, not a pie in the sky, bleeding heart sense, so to speak. But this person is not a snowflake, as they say. This person is, you know, they're hardworking, they're defensive, they know what they bring to the table. I also feel like this person is going to be a defender of you and the relationship and anyone that they hold dear to their heart. Because this is a scene from the last unicorn where, well, I'm not going to say spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it, you know, and you like these kind of things, you have some sense of, you know, youthful spirit yourself, you might want to watch it. But towards the end anyway, you know, her love interest gets knocked down, and she the whole time had been, you know, very kind of removed, right? Kind of a little bit cold, but really that was just her nature. She's not trying to be mean. She kind of like was delicate, and so her love interest came to her rescue, but then the love interests get knocked down, and then something snaps within her, and then she like, you know, fights. She stands up and fights, and she ends up saving him, protecting him. So I feel like this person definitely has that energy towards like whoever is important to them. And again, that is giving that vibe of reminding me of this particular person who I haven't even talked to in a while, but this person was important to me back in the day, and her energy does for me, probably one of the reasons I met her, define a lot of the energies that come out, especially for Capricorn in such readings. So, and that was quick anecdote, you know, to describe the Seven of Wands energy and what I just said about this person defending those that they love and standing up and fighting, even though they don't look like the type that would. There was a party that I was at and had brought a new friend with us to this party. The new friend evidently had an allergy to alcohol that nobody knew about, so she had a drink of alcohol and she became sloppy drunk and started flirting with someone that she shouldn't have been flirting with, because he had a girlfriend who did not like that, obviously. And the next thing you know, that friend of mine was missing from the party, and I asked where she had went, and those girls had taken her outside to the street to beat her ass, right? Yeah, should tell you something about the kind of people that I knew growing up. But I think that happens. So anyway, they're going to beat her ass. So that was my friend. I brought her to the party. I wasn't going to let her get her ass beat. So I ran outside and basically grabbed her off the ground and told her, you're not going to hit her, you're not going to touch her. And my little friend, besides, you know, my little delicate Capricorn friend, who is a little prissy girl, she was right behind me. Like, she didn't hesitate at all. She was there to fight too. I'm like, really? This is good, because I was prepared to just do it, like on my own. You know, born in the year of the dragon. Let's go. You know, soft-spoken, pretty girl like me, I'll still take you. You're not gonna fuck up my friend, like, for real. I didn't hesitate either. So anyway, my point is that she was there. And that's the vibe I'm getting from this person, to describe who this person is. If you're here for a feminine, but even if you're here for a masculine, right? Most who watch are here for males or masculines. This is who this person is. But will they be this way toward you? Will they be a bit defensive toward you? Yes. Okay. But they're going to defend their territory. If they consider you their territory, they're going to defend it. Okay, so don't think that this person's just prissy or too much of a do-gooder or too cold or removed or doesn't care enough to, like, fight. She will. Okay, he will. Whoever this person is, they will. Okay, they do appear strong. They do appear determined. And so I think that, you know, you won't be completely surprised that this person is ready to tackle obstacles, because they are so goal-orientated, and you will know once you get to know them how much they've been through and how much they've accomplished, and you'll say to yourself, wow, that means that this person has a strong character, because these are not easy tasks that this person has overcome, so they must have a strong character. But you might not see it right away. You'll see it eventually. And you guys are going to have this intuitive connection with the High Priestess. And I feel like this person's going to know. It's giving like water earth sign vibes, where like a water sign can see beneath the surface of someone, even if, you know, they don't want to be seen. So you might be dealing with an earth sign going forward, or this might be you flip-flop the energies if it's the other way around. But earth signs don't like to be seen that deeply, okay, generally speaking. And the water signs can't help themselves. They just automatically, people with strong water in their chart, they just automatically can see things about people that, you know, might not be very evident. So anyway, I think this person's going to be a little bit defensive about that, like trying to hide some things, you know, about themselves that they don't, like, they're not ready to face, or they just don't want to admit to you. Okay, maybe they just feel like that's not your business, but you're like, but I can see it, you know. And it's just like, and like, is this practical? Does this help our relationship? Like, what difference does it make if, you know, you perceive something in me like that? Like, let's just keep it a little more surface level, shall we? Different love languages here, okay? Somewhat different love languages here. So yeah. But this person is fiercely determined, and it's like when the tough get going, the going get tough, or when the going get tough, the tough get going, I guess is the saying. Like, they work super well under pressure, and I think that maybe that might not be immediately evident when you meet them or before you get to know them better. Okay. Okay, so what's the next cards? Oh, let's see. And anything else on this reading? We got Page of Wands. So we've got, what's he doing here? King of Swords. When this person wants happily ever after, they're gonna like make it happen, right? They feel like they have what it takes to make it happen. You inspire them. You are in some way maybe a project to this person. Like I said before, this person could have strong Virgo in their chart. Like, they see everything as a project. They could see like this as having a lot of potential. That goes along with the Page of Pentacles energy of evaluating that coin and kind of like just seeing the potential in it. So this person's going to see a lot of potential in here, have the urge to create a happily ever after, a family with you. I think this person has a lot of contentment within themselves, but that doesn't mean that they don't want to share it with someone. As we can see with the emotionally fulfilling 10 of Cups, there are two people on that card. It's a couple. Often on that card, it'll show a house and a family as well. So it's like that's what this person inspires to do. They'll probably talk to you about it. So maybe even especially when you guys are getting particularly close, when there's a lot of passion flowing between the two of you, maybe when you're getting physical or after that, this person will admit these things, but they want that total love and support from someone else. And okay, so we've got this King of Swords energy. Could be talking about you, but it doesn't have to. What the King of Swords indicates is somebody that makes calculated actions, takes calculated risks. Or they're not really risk takers. They're more like, I'm going to hold back until I'm ready to make a move, and then I'm going to win. This is this person's energy. They're going to win. They're going to get what they want. They're going to go in the right direction, take steps in the right direction, and get that attention and support that they want, or whatever it is that they want. They're going to get that. So that really goes along with the rest of the reading about this person. So let's get some traits on who this person is for the viewer. Okay, this person can be heavy or have a curvy build. I'm really getting like a big chest for the females. Well endowed, so to speak. And the men, I'm getting like broad chested. But either way, heavy, curvy build. Grieving, okay. Capricorns that I have known always have that sort of sad side to them, a tendency to be prone to sadness or depression, or just, romantic, poetic. That goes along with that Page of Coins energy, like I was saying. She's very imaginative, sort of like an introverted kind of energy, but also like a vivid imagination. And, romantic, poetic, this person could have written like poetry, or they just have a romantic side to them. Okay, the ones that I have met with this energy, they seem like, very practical, very determined, very earthly, down to earth. But then once you get to know them a little better, you realize that they actually have these really sort of romantic and projections, like Kate Middleton, right? She was very described as studious, practical, girl next door. But she had to have some sort of big ideals or dreams for her romantic life. She ended up marrying, Prince William. So, and she's Capricorn. But regardless of this person's sign, that's what I'm saying with this, is that however they look, even when they're grieving, I feel like, how sometimes, especially like in the late 1700s, early 1800s, maybe, I'm sure there's still movies nowadays where it's like this, where like The Notebook, where you combine like the sense of grieving with romanticism. That's this person's energy. We've got material guy or girl. Not surprised. I do think this person dresses nicely, but they dress differently. Like they dress in a way that you can tell that they've been exposed to different cultures, and they have worked hard, and they do have grandiose sort of hopes and goals, rather, not even hopes, goals for their future, to keep them living the life that they're accustomed to. So they like nice things, they like material things, and because they're hard worker, they're serious. This all goes along with what's been said so far. Some of them giving Dolly Parton vibes, where she's heavy chested, curvy, but she used to be like heavy set. So this person, if they're not really serious about their figure and maintaining their figure and their health, this person could be, and I get that they are serious about their health regardless of how they appear, because this person is serious about a lot of things. Short hair, could have like a short practical hairstyle. Outgoing, so maybe this person is a little bit more outgoing. With that World energy, I feel like they can definitely come across that way. When they're talking about something they know about, they will get up in front of like a room full of people and speak on it. Maybe that's required at their job too, and then that can give the impression that this person isn't quite as introverted as they actually are. And they could be, outgoing with introverted tendencies as well. They could even be especially for the men, they could, like, if they like you, they could actually, like, do something very romantic for you in a way that you feel like maybe you're not used to, because previous men that you've been with, you know, haven't been very outspoken or wouldn't really show their affection or their romantic interest in you, whereas this person will show it. Like, they will do things that will show you, like, how they feel that they have a romantic interest in you, and it will be obvious, right? And so in that way, it'll be a nice change for some of you to have someone like that. But yeah, they're going to show it. Creature of comfort. Yeah, they just like the material things, not just because, you know, they want to show off or make themselves seem better than anyone else, but because it makes them more comfortable. Who doesn't want to be comfortable, right? They want to have, you know, the nice furniture that's comfortable. They want to live in a nice home in a nice neighborhood because it's easier, it's more comfortable. They don't have to worry about their safety as much. For example, you know, if it's a nice home and then it's probably in good shape, so they don't have to worry about the upkeep as much. Just things like that. Another card wanted to come out. Here we go. Balding. Okay, so this person, if they're masculine, they could be balding. For some of the feminines, they could even wear their hair really, really short as well. Let's see. I'm getting alopecia for some of you guys, like even if it's a woman, but not for all of you. In which case, some of them could wear a hairpiece, or again have that Jada Pinkett Smith vibe of really short hair. But it's not gonna be for everybody. So let's get another card here. And I keep talking about this person as if they're a female or feminine. Just apply it, you know, to the gender that you're interested in. Their energy does come across as feminine, even if it's a very masculine person. Like earlier groups were very, very masculine. So choose one of those if this doesn't resonate. But let's see. I'm going to use the Divine Masculine deck for finding out more about this person coming in for group 3. Hedonist. That does go along with the Page of Pentacles. I think a lot of people are surprised by that, or I certainly was. Just that one of the more sensual, sexual cards in the deck is the Page of Pentacles. But they do it on a surface level, like sex is fun, let's do it kind of vibe. So this person, hedonist, enjoying life, feeling good, sex, seeking pleasure, making the best of it, following intuition. So this person has some intuitive abilities with them. I do feel like if they have a bad feeling about something, you know, you're going to know because they're going to put their defenses up. But they do enjoy life, you know, and they do like sex. So they're going to be seeking pleasure in life's many forms, whether that's through nice clothing, physical touch, delicious food, just all the things that bring the senses alive, massage, pedicures, but they also just know how to make the best of things too. So it's not like they're a snob. I'm not getting like big snob vibes or anything like that. Even if they can't afford to do all of those things, or it's not accessible to them, they will still like find little ways to make themselves feel good despite that. Okay. And one more card on Group 3's person before we wrap it up. Who is this person? More Virgo vibes there with Beyonce. So it says confidence can be the most powerful aphrodisiac. So this person will be attracted to people with confidence, and vice versa. People are attracted to them because of their confidence. It's a turn on. Be both everywhere and nowhere at once. So that is talking about like that world energy combined with the more introverted energy of the Page of Coins. So that's what I was saying. You know, this person's out there, but they're not, you know. And then when someone sings from the heart, don't go tone deaf. So also, this is somebody that if, I said before, if their intuition is telling them there's something off about a situation, they'll put their defenses up, their guards up. But if their intuition is telling them, you know, something that resonates with their heart, then they're going to listen to that person. They're going to hold space and make space for someone. They're the type that's a good listener. They're going to remember things about you that you're surprised that they remember, right? Little things about you, right? They're probably a good gift giver because they remember things that you said that you forgot that you said, that you wanted or that you liked, things like that. So that's good. That's what I've got for you, Group 3. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. If you'd like a private reading, it's $1 for 5 minutes through the link on Keen, which is down below in the description box. Otherwise, if you'd like a video recorded reading, my contact information is down below too.